दिस इज प्रियंका, यू आर वाचिंग इट सिंपल। ये वीडियो क्लास 10th ICSE के लिए है और इस वीडियो में हम 2019 का फिजिकल एजुकेशन का क्वेश्चन पेपर डिस्कस करेंगे। ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। तो सबसे पहले तो क्वेश्चन 1 है, वो आउट ऑफ सिलेबस है और आउट ऑफ सिलेबस क्वेश्चंस को डिस्कस करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है, तो जो सिलेबस में क्वेश्चंस हैं वहां से स्टार्ट करते हैं। क्वेश्चन 2 का थर्ड पार्ट, सी पार्ट, स्टेट एनी 3 कॉजेज ऑफ बैड पोस्चर। तो पहला कॉज हो सकता है इंजरी, that is when a bone, ligament or muscle is injured, it is likely to weaken the support at the point and throw the framework out of balance. When such condition exists, it is not possible to have a perfect posture. Even after the injury has fully healed, the habit developed during the injury may still persist and faulty posture may continue for long time. Second cause हो सकता है disease. That is, posture is greatly affected by the disease that weakens the bones or the muscles or causes the joints to lose their strength of mobility. The example of this kind of disease are rickets caused due to faulty nutrition of bone and tubercular disease of joints or vertebrae. Third cause हो सकता है habit. Habits or posture, whether good or bad, are acquired in the same way as the habit of walking, speaking or sitting. That is, by practicing a certain type of coordination so many times that the act become unconscious and habitual. In the case of school and college students, though the bones, joints, ligaments and muscles are in normal condition, but due to faulty and wrong habits, their coordination is disturbed, causing poor posture. Wrong habits of posture are also caused by occupation and environment as well. अब क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, 4 और 5 भी सिलेबस में नहीं है, तो अब सेक्शन बी के 6th क्वेश्चन से स्टार्ट करते हैं। क्वेश्चन 6 का ए पार्ट है, एक्सप्लेन द फॉलोइंग टर्म्स इन क्रिकेट। फर्स्ट है एन ओवर, व्हेन वन बॉलर has completed 6 balls, that constitutes an over. Second है a wide ball, तो इसमें हम लिख सकते हैं when the ball is delivered outside the wide line, scoring an extra run for the batting side, an extra ball must be bowled for each wide ball. Okay? फिर इसमें next part है an appeal. In the sport of cricket, an appeal is the act of player of the fielding team asking an umpire for a decision regarding whether a batsman is out or not. Fourth है a toss. In cricket, the toss is the flipping of a coin to determine which captain will have the right to choose whether his team will bat or field at the start of the match. Okay? B part है, what is meant by extra runs? Give 2 example of extra runs. Extra runs are runs scored by means other than when the ball is hit by a batsman. Extras are not credited to any batsman and are recorded by the scorer separately. Examples of extra runs, पहला हो सकता है 22, when a ball from the bowler passes the wicket without being touched by the bat and the batsmen are unable to make a run. दूसरा हो सकता है leg buys, LEGBYES, when in a similar circumstance the ball has touched any part of batsman's body except his hand. ओके, सेकेंड है ड्रॉ डायग्राम, और ये सारी चीजें मार्क करनी है तो ये तो कर सकते हैं। लिस्ट एनी 3 प्रोटेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट्स यूज्ड बाय द बैट्समैन। तो प्रोटेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट्स यूज्ड बाय द बैट्समैन आर प्रोटेक्टिव गियर, शूज, चेस्ट गार्ड, एल्बो आर्म गार्ड, एब्डोमेन गार्ड, ग्लव्स, पैड्स, हेलमेट्स एक्सेट्रा। ओके, नेक्स्ट है व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय द टर्म फॉलो ऑन? इट मीन्स द टीम हु बैट्स फर्स्ट lets A scored 500 runs in the first innings and the opposite team lets B bats did not archive target either 300 run or above and all team out. So team A will impose the follow on and team B will immediately bats second inning because not close enough to score and lead the team A, and then team A will play for the lead. When all the innings are completed, the team with the most runs wins. If there is a tie, the results stand as tie, means no win, no lose. If by the end of final day's play, all the innings are not completed, the game is a draw, no matter who appeared to be winning. Thus, the strategic importance of sometimes declaring an inning closed in order to have enough time to dismiss the other team and so win the game. Okay? Second है state the restrictions on the role of a substitute. A fielding team can use a substitute fielder if one of their team player has been injured during the course of a match. But substitute cannot be used in specialist positions, which mean he cannot bat, ball or keep wicket. If the substitute fielder hangs onto a catch, it will go down as caught sub in the scorebook. However, a substitute cannot be used if a player wants to leave the pitch to change their equipment. Third है, what do you mean by ball tampering? It is an action in which a fielder illegally alters the condition of the ball. The primary motivation of ball tampering is to interfere with the aerodynamics of the ball. Few ways of ball tampering are rubbing the ball on the ground, polish with substance like hair gel or lip balm. Okay. Fourth है, explain the role of third umpire in a match. तो पहली ड्यूटी तो ये होगी थर्ड एम्पायर की कि he sits off the field with a television replay monitor. If an on-field umpire is not sure of a decision concerning either a run-out or a stumping attempt, he may signal umpire to view a television replay. The third umpire views a replay in slow motion if necessary until he either decides that he cannot make a clear decision. He signals the result to the on-field umpire, who must then abide by it. If the equipment fails, the replay umpire signals no decision. The replay umpire cannot be used for any decision other than run-outs and stumping. Okay. अब question number 7 है, explain the following terms in cricket. First है straight drive. The straight drive is one of the most classical shots in a batsman's repertoire. It is usually played to a full length, delivered on or outside of stump. Most of the work is done by the top hand, with the bottom hand lending support to keep the ball along the ground. Second है double hit. It is a type of dismissal in which the batsman hits the ball twice if the second strike is deliberate. There are two exceptions that allow a batsman to hit the ball on a second occasion, protecting their wicket, that is stopping the ball from rolling back on the stumps and returning the ball of the fielding team with their permission. Third है catch out. A batsman is out caught when a fielder catches the ball directly off the bat before it hits the ground. The ball does not have to come directly off the bat. Fourth है clean ball. It is wicket if the wicket is put down without the batter making any sort of contact with the ball, then it is known as clean ball, with variations being balled through the gate, where the ball travels between the bat and pad, or balled around the legs, where the ball goes behind to the leg side of the batsman and hits the stumps. B का first part है state any three duties of main umpire in a cricket match. First, to determine whether the pitch and ball used are up to the standard. Second, to observe the toss made between the captains of the two teams and the decision for batting or bowling first. Third, to check the bails and stumps are in their correct positions and the markings on the pitch are correct. ये तीन ड्यूटीज तो हो गई बिफोर कमेंसमेंट ऑफ द गेम. और आफ्टर द कमेंसमेंट ऑफ द गेम क्या ड्यूटीज होंगी अंपायर की? They make all decisions on the field and whose word is absolutely final. One umpire stands behind the non-striker's wicket, ready to make judgment on LBWs and other events requiring a decision. Second, the other umpire stands in line with the striker's popping crease about 20 meters on one side, usually the leg side but not always, ready to judge stumping and runouts at his end. Third, to ensure fair play and without partiality. Fourth, to signal no balls, wide, byes, leg byes, boundaries and six. Fifth हो सकती है, it is the umpire's duty to interfere in the case of time wasting, ball tampering and dangerous bowling. Sixth हो सकती है, it is the umpire's duty to take decision in case of bad weather or poor lighting. Or seventh, the umpire remains at the respective ends of the pitch, thus swamping rolls every over. Second है write any three fielding positions of offside. तो पहला हो सकता है point. It is located square of the wicket on the offside and have the responsibility of stopping forceful shots played off the back foot like the square cut. It is a very busy part of the cricket pitch to be fielding at. Second, cover. This position is sometimes euphemistically referred to as very fine leg. Sweep are an alternative name for deep cover, deep extra cover or deep mid-wicket, that is near the boundary on the offside or the onside. Usually defensive and intended to prevent a 4 being scored. Third है mid-off. Long stop who stand behind the wicket keeper towards the boundary. Usually when a wicket keeper is believed to be inept, the position is almost never seen in professional cricket. This position is sometimes euphemistically referred to as very fine leg. Third question, explain the term full toss in cricket. Full toss is a delivery that reaches the batsman without bouncing on the pitch. They are commonly greeted by a batsman as they tend to be very easy to hit. State any 4 instances when the ball is considered a dead ball. तो पहला हो सकता है, the striker may attempt to hit the ball with his bat. If he misses the ball, the wicket keeper will catch it and ball is completed. Second, if he hits the ball, the 2 batsmen may score runs. When the runs are completed, the ball is also considered completed. Third, a batsman is out. Fourth, the ball reaches the boundary and 4 runs or 6 runs are scored. Fifth, the umpire is satisfied that with adequate reason, the batsman is not ready to receive the ball and makes no attempt to play it. और sixth हो सकता है, the ball lodges in the clothing or equipment of a batsman or the clothing of an umpire. और ये याद रखना कि once the ball is dead, it is returned to the bowler for the next delivery. Between deliveries, the batsman may leave their crease and confer with each other. Second है, answer the following with reference to cricket. Circumference of the ball between 22.4 to 22.9 centimeter. Widest part of cricket bat 4.25 inches, 108 mm. Breadth of stumps 22.8 centimeter. Size of side screen 4.5 into 4.5 meter. Question number 8 का ये पार्ट है. Explain the following terms in football. First है kicking. Kicking is to kick the ball. Kicking the ball may be done with power or with less power or medium power, depending upon the purpose which is to be achieved. Parts of the foot used to kick the football may be inside, outside, top, laces, heel, bottom. Kick is done to give a short pass, give a cross, clear, place the ball in a vacant place. Second है dribbling. Dribbling is the skill of running with the ball at your feet. The player is speeding forward through open space, maneuvering out of tight situations and feinting to beat opponents. It is perhaps most expressive and exciting part of the game. Third है tackling. This is to take away the ball from the opponent and to control the ball. For this, the player keeps an eye on the ball and watch the speed, stride and proximity of the ball to the opponent. Tackle when the ball has just left the foot of the dribbler. Fourth है trapping the ball. It is a skill performed by a player whereupon the player uses their foot or less commonly their chest or thigh to bring an airborne or falling ball under control. B का first part है state any 3 duties of a match referee. तो पहली duty before the match हो सकती है he ensures the players equipment meet the requirement of law 4. Second, he ensures that any ball used meets the requirement of law 2. Third, he ensures that no unauthorized person enters the field of play. और after the match की क्या duties हो सकती हैं? Referee की first हो सकती है he enforces the law of the game. Second, he acts as a timekeeper and keeps a record of the match. Third, he stops, suspends or terminates the match at his discretion for any infringement of the law or for outside interference of any kind. Fourth, he punishes the more serious offense when a player commits more than one offense at the same time. Fifth, he acts on the advice of assistant referees regarding incidents that he has not seen. B का second part है list the basic compulsory equipment used by a football player. पहला, a jersey और शर्ट विथ स्लीव्स. दूसरा शॉर्ट्स हो सकता है. थर्ड स्टॉकिंग्स हो सकती हैं. फोर्थ शिन गार्ड्स हो सकता है. और फिफ्थ मिसलीनियस जैसे कि मॉडर्न प्रोटेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट सच एज हेड गियर, फेस मास्क, नी एंड आर्म प्रोटेक्टर्स मेड ऑफ सॉफ्ट लाइट वेट पैडेड मटीरियल एंड नॉट कंसिडर्ड टू बी डेंजरस एंड आर देयरफॉर परमिटेड. और इनको और अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं. ओके, थर्ड है व्हाट इज द प्रोसीजर अडॉप्टेड टू रीस्टार्ट द गेम फ्रॉम अ थ्रो इन. अ थ्रो इन इज अ मेथड ऑफ रीस्टार्टिंग प्ले. अ थ्रो इन इज awarded to the opponents of the player who last touched the ball when the whole of the ball crosses the touch line either on the ground or in the air. Procedure of throw-in क्या होगा? A part में हम लिख सकते हैं कि at the moment of delivering the ball, the thrower first faces the field of play. Second, has part of each foot either on the touch line or on the ground outside the touch line. Third, holds the ball with both hands. Fourth, delivers the ball from behind and over his head. Fifth, delivers the ball from the point where it left the field to play. B part हो सकता है all opponents must stand no less than 2 meters from the point at which the throw in is taken. C, the ball is in play when it enters the field of play. और D part हो सकता है after delivering the ball, the thrower must not touch the ball again until it has been touched by another player. सी का फर्स्ट पार्ट है व्हेन इज द बॉल कॉल्ड आउट ऑफ प्ले इन फुटबॉल. द बॉल इज कॉल्ड आउट ऑफ प्ले इन फुटबॉल व्हेन इट हैज wholly crossed the goal line or has touched the line या फिर play has been stopped by the referee. Second है write the full form of FIFA, Federation International de Football Association. Third है radius of center circle 9.15 m 10 yards. Second है minimum and maximum number of players to start a match. A match is played by two teams, each with a maximum of 11 players. One must be the goalkeeper. A match may not start or continue if either team has fewer than 7 players. Third है height and width of the goal post. The distance between inside of the post is 7.32 meter, 8 yards, and the distance from the lower edge of the crossbar to the ground is 2.44 m. Distance of penalty mark from the goal line 11 meters, 12 yards. Question number 9 का first part है answer the following length and breadth of the football field. तो length कितनी होगी? Minimum 90 m, maximum 120 m. Breadth होगी minimum 45 m और maximum 90 m. Length and breadth of penalty area. तो इसमें हम लिख सकते हैं कि लेंथ हो सकती है 16.5 m और ब्रेथ हो सकती है 40.32 m. फिर है रेडियस ऑफ पेनल्टी आर्क एंड कॉर्नर आर्क. तो रेडियस ऑफ पेनल्टी आर्क हो सकता है 9.15 m फ्रॉम द पेनल्टी मार्क ऑन द पेनल्टी एरिया. ब्रेथ लाइन एंड कॉर्नर आर्क रेडियस 1 m हो सकता है. ड्यूरेशन ऑफ अ मैच एंड ड्यूरेशन ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा टाइम. अ मैच लास्ट फॉर 2 equal halves of 45 minutes, which may only be reduced if agreed between the referee and two teams before the start of the match and is in accordance with competition rules. Extra time is the 2 equal additional periods of play not exceeding 15 minutes each. B है state any 3 duties of an assistant referee. तो पहली हो सकती है when the whole of the ball leaves the field of play. दूसरी which team is entitled to a corner kick, goal kick or throw in. थर्ड हो सकती है when a substitution is requested. राइट और भी बहुत सारी होती हैं पर यहाँ 3 ही पूछी गई हैं. What is the procedure of resuming a game from a goal kick? A goal kick is a method of restarting play. A goal kick is awarded when the whole of the ball having last touched a player of the attacking team passes over the goal line either on the ground or in the air and a goal is not scored according to the rule. Procedure ये होगा कि पहला the ball is kicked from any point within the goal area by a player of the defending team. Second, opponents remaining outside the penalty area until the ball is in play. Third, the kicker must not play the ball again until it has touched another player. Fourth, the ball is in play when it is kicked directly out of the penalty area. Okay. Mention any 3 circumstances where the referee awards an indirect free kick against the goalkeeper. तो पहली हो सकती है controls the ball with the hands for more than 6 seconds before releasing it. Second, touches the ball with the hand after releasing it and before it has touched another player. Third हो सकती है touches the ball with the hand after it has been deliberately kicked to the goalkeeper by a teammate. Next question है explain the following a direct free kick. A direct free kick or penalty kick is awarded to the opposing team if player commits any of the following offences in manner considered by the referee to be careless, reckless or using excessive force. जैसे कि kicks or attempts to kick an opponent या फिर trips or attempts to trip an opponent. और ये भी लिख सकते हैं कि a direct free kick is also awarded to the opposing team if a player commits any of the following 3 offences. First, holds an opponent. Second, splits at an opponent. Third, handles the ball deliberately except for the goalkeeper within his own penalty area. Second, a through pass. It is a type of pass. The ball is sent from the back line or midfield between opposing defenders and into open space for an attacker to run onto the ball and threaten goal. Next question है state any 4 offences committed by a player within his own penalty area which warrants the award of a penalty kick. पहला, kicks or attempts to kick an opponent. Second, pushes an opponent. Third, handles the ball deliberately. Fourth, jumps at an opponent. Okay. 2020 के सिलेबस के अकॉर्डिंगली हैंडबॉल आउट ऑफ सिलेबस है तो नेक्स्ट होगा हॉकी. एक्सप्लेन द फॉलोइंग टर्म्स एंड ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन. इसमें लिख सकते हैं कि शील्डिंग द बॉल विद द स्टिक or any part of the player's body. Second, playing distance, the distance within which a player is capable of reaching the ball to play it. Third, Tapping, it is a technique of passing the ball during the play by grounding the stick on the field. Fourth, a suspension. Violent actions such as kicking, hitting from behind and prohibited network are penalized with suspensions or fines. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है व्हाट डू यू नो अबाउट द शेप, सर्कमफ्रेंस एंड वेट ऑफ हॉकी बॉल. तो इसमें लिखा जा सकता है कि इट इज अ हार्ड स्फेरिकल बॉल एंड मेड अप ऑफ एनी मटेरियल एंड कलर्ड व्हाइट or an agreed color which contrast with the playing surface. The ball is often covered with indentations to reduce aquaplaning that can cause an inconsistent ball speed on wet surfaces. बॉल का वेट होगा 156 to 163 ग्राम और बॉल की सर्कमफ्रेंस होगी 224 mm to 235 mm. सेकेंड है लिस्ट द इक्विपमेंट्स विच शुड बी कैरिड बाय द एम्पायर व्हाइल कंडक्टिंग द मैच. तो पहला हो सकता है अ करंट बुक ऑफ रूल्स, सेकेंड अ लाउड डिस्टिंक्टिव विसल worn on a cord and a second or reserve whistle. C है ड्रॉ नीट लेबल डायग्राम ऑफ द हॉकी फील्ड विद इट्स डायमेंशन. ठीक है, तो ये तो बना सकते हैं. Next है explain the following terms. First, flag post. Flag posts are placed at each corner of the field at distance of 1 yard from the center line and it must not be dangerous at the top. It must be made of metal except they are attached to a spring base. There are 10 flag posts which are required in the field of play. Second, a reverse hit. It means to hit the ball towards the right side to run without changing the position of the ball or body with the reverse side of the stick. Third, bully. It is called used to start or restart play. The referee puts the ball between two opposing players. The players tap the flat side of their stick 3 times and go for the ball. Fourth है corner push. It is a technique of attack within the hockey field when the ball is pushed involving the penalty corners. Next है mention 3 procedures to be followed while taking a penalty stroke. पहला है keep the ball stationary on penalty mark. Second, except goalkeeper, no defender remains in the D or the shooting circle. Third, all the attackers except stroke player remain out of the shooting circle. Second है list 3 instances wherein a penalty corner is awarded. First, for an offense by a defender in the circle which does not prevent the probable scoring of a goal. Second, for an intentional offense by a defender outside the circle but within the 23 meters area they are defending. Third, for intentionally playing the ball over the back line by a defender. B का third part है what is understood by a manufactured foul. Play is often interrupted too many times during a game. Some of these interruptions may result from offenses which have been manufactured so that an opponent has been forced into unintentionally offending. Example, forcing an opponent into an obstructive position, often emphasized by running into an opponent or by waving the stick over an opponent's head. This action should be penalized. Next, explain the following terms in hockey. First, a warning. It is a line intended to get hockey player to keep their heads up around the boards. Second, field goal. A field goal is a goal scored from open play and can only be scored from inside the striking circle in front of the opponent's goal. Third, push. The push is the best way to pass the ball over a distance about 10 to 15 meters. It's a quick and accurate way of getting the ball to the teammate and it's also an easy move to disguise. फोर्थ है साइड लाइन, द लाइन दैट मेक्स द लेंथ ऑफ द हॉकी फील्ड. ओके, अब बास्केटबॉल पे क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 14 का ये पार्ट है ड्रॉ नीट लेबल डायग्राम ऑफ बास्केटबॉल कोर्ट विद इट्स डायमेंशंस. तो ये बना लोगे. बी का फर्स्ट पार्ट है व्हाट इज अ टीम फाउल. अ टीम फाउल इज अ पर्सनल, टेक्निकल, unsportsmanlike or disqualifying foul committed by a player. A team is in a team foul penalty situation when it has committed 4 team fouls in a period. All team fouls committed in an interval of play shall be considered as being committed in the following period or extra period. All team fouls committed in an extra period shall be considered as being committed in the 4th period. इसमें रूल भी होते हैं. पहला रूल है when a team is in a team foul penalty situation, all subsequent player personal fouls committed on a player who is not in the act of shooting shall be penalized by 2 free throws instead of a throw-in. और दूसरा है if a personal foul is committed by a player of the team in control of the live ball or of the team entitled to the ball, such a foul shall be penalized by a throw-in for the opponents. Second है explain the term double foul in the game of basketball. When 2 opponent players commit personal or technical foul against each other simultaneously. Third है explain in brief the term held ball. Held ball. when the ball is held by two different opponents at the same time. Explain the following terms in basketball. Screening. Screening is an attempt to delay or present an opponent without the ball from reaching a desired position on the playing court. Second है a 5-second rule. When a player is being closely guarded who is holding the ball does not pass or dribble the ball within 5 seconds, it is violation with sidelines throw for the opponents. Third है zone press. Two players are placed at both ends of the free throw line and two defend inside the half court line with and fifth player as prevent. Fourth है multiple fall. Two falls committed at the same time by opposing players against each other. The penalties offset one another, so the offense retains the position of the ball and inbounds the ball from the sideline. Both players, however, are charged with personal fouls. Question number 15 के part में है explain the following terms. A pivot foot. It is a technique in which a player keeps one foot in contact with a spot on the floor while moving the other foot to adjust the position of the body or to evade a defensive player. A pivot foot is the foot that can't leave the ground. The only time player can lift the pivot foot at the moment is if the player decides to shoot or dribble. Second है timeout. A timeout is an interruption of the game requested by the coach or assistant coach. Third है a throw-in. A free throw is an opportunity given to a player to score 1 point from a position behind the free throw line and inside the semicircle. Fourth है holding. When the player who has possessions on a live catch the ball with both hands after dribble is called holding. A player holds the ball for 5 seconds. Next question है explain in brief the term jump ball. A jump ball occurs when an official tosses the ball in the center circle between any two opponents at the beginning of the first period. और इसका procedure भी explain कर सकते हैं. Okay. Second है how does a team advance with the ball in an attempt to score? An offensive strategy in basketball in which a team attempts to advance the ball up the court and move into scoring position as quickly as possible so that the defense is outnumbered and does not have time to set up. Fast breaks are often the result of good defensive play, such as a steal or a block when the defending team takes possessions of the ball while the other team has not adjusted. Next question here lists down the officials in the game of basketball. The officials shall be a crew chief and 1 or 2 umpires, and the table officials shall be a scorer, an assistant scorer, a timer, and a shot clock operator. Next here, write the following: an illegal screening. This is an offensive foul in basketball when the player who is setting the screen is still moving when they make contact with the defensive player. Illegal screening is when the player who is screening an opponent was moving when contact occurred, या फिर did not give sufficient distance in setting a screen outside the field of vision of a stationary opponent when contact occurred, या फिर did not respect the elements of time and distance of an opponent in motion when contact occurred. Next, a live ball. A live ball is one that is legally in play. The ball comes live when it leaves the referee's or umpire's hand on a jump ball, या फिर during a throw-in, या फिर when the referee or umpire places the ball at a free thrower's disposal for a free throw attempt. Next here, dead ball. A dead ball is one that isn't legally in play. A dead ball foul occurs in basketball when a foul is committed after the referee has whistled for play to stop or the ball has already been ruled dead, such as the ball going out of bounds. A dead ball foul is ruled either a technical foul or flagrant foul depending on how excessive the contact is. Next here, a lay-up shot. The lay-up shot is a shot in which basketball, when in possession, the hand is up and the eyes are focused at a point on the backboard where the ball is to be banked into the basket. अब वॉलीबॉल पे क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 16 का ए पार्ट है. एक्सप्लेन द फॉलोइंग टर्म्स. फर्स्ट है अटैक लाइन. द अटैक लाइन इज ड्रॉन पैरेलल टू द नेट एंड डिवाइड्स द प्लेइंग एरिया इनटू 2 बैक रो और बैक कोर्ट एंड फ्रंट रो or front court. The main purpose of attack line is to mark where back row players can attack the ball. Second है setter. The setter is in charge of the offense. He decides who should get the ball and when. It does not matter how good a team's hit are if it doesn't have a setter that can consistently deliver a good ball to hit. Third है back zone. Area between the attack line and the end line. It is usually occupied by the backs. The defense lines up in the remaining area of the court called the back zone, which is 6 meter into 9 meter, though While the game is in progress, the players obviously switch positions and move around even outside the court as and when required. Fourth है rotation. The rotation order as recorded on the score sheet at the beginning of each set must remain the same throughout that set. When the team receiving the serve wins the rally or the opponent commits a fault, and the player must be rotated one position clockwise. A different rotation order for each new set may be used by the team, and any player recorded on the score sheet may be registered in the new starting lineup. Next है when is a team compelled to substitute a player. First reason हो सकता है an expelled player must be changed through a legal substitution, and if this is not possible the team will be declared incomplete. Second हो सकता है an injured player who cannot continue to play must be legally substituted. Next question है when do teams change the court. First हो सकता है इसमें after each set the teams change courts with the exception of the deciding set. Second, in the deciding set, once the leading team reaches 8 points, the team change courts without delay and the player position remains the same. Other team members change benches. Next question है what is the procedure adopted to start a game. The game begins when the captain of the game decides on which side of the court they play by tossing a coin. The key rule of the game is to keep the ball in the air and could be hit with any part of the body. A maximum of 3 hits are only possible on each team to get the ball to the other side. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में ड्रॉ करना है और ये सारी चीजें मार्क करनी है, तो वो तो तुम खुद से भी कर लोगे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 17 है एक्सप्लेन द फॉलोइंग टर्म्स इन वॉलीबॉल. एन अटैक हिट. An attack is any ball that is sent over the net to the opponent. An attack is an offensive action of hitting the ball, attempting to terminate the play by hitting the ball to the floor on the opponent's side of the opponent's blockers. Second, a foot fault, an illegal placement of the feet with respect to court lines. In foot faults, it is of 3 types: serving, foot fault, other players, and crossing the center line. Third है an ace. A serve that hits the floor in bounds is shanked or cannot be handled by the receiving team, immediately resulting in a point for the serving team. Fourth are technical timeouts. For FIVB World and official competitions in set 1 to 4, 2 additional 60-second technical timeouts are applied automatically when the leading team reaches the 8th and 16th points. In the deciding 5th set, there are no technical timeouts. Only 2 timeouts of 30 seconds duration may be requested by each team. Next question है state any 3 rules related to a libero player. तो पहला हो सकता है the libero can replace any back row player and has no right to complete an attack hit when the ball is above the height of the top of the net. Second, he may not serve, block or attempt to block. Third, if a libero sets the ball using overhand finger action while in the attack zone, any teammate who attacks the ball while it is above the height of the net is an illegal attacker. Next, I explain the term triple block in volleyball. When 3 players take part in a block, the hands of the blockers should be raised at one time and level. It raises a wide screen over the net. What is a rally point? Since 1998, volleyball has been using a new scoring system. Teams scored a point on every rally point system, regardless of which team served. Formerly, a team could only win a point if it served the ball. Winning the serve back from the opposition was known as a side out. Rally scoring is a system used in volleyball in which a point is scored on every single rally. It doesn't matter which team serves the ball. Points can be scored by either serving or the receiving team. Okay. Next question है answer the following. Weight of the ball 260 to 280 grams. Second, circumference of the ball 65 to 67 centimeter. Number of players in a team 12 players होते हैं. Fourth है length of service line. The service area is a 3-meter section at the right side of the back line at both ends of the court. Height of net for men and women. Men के लिए 2.43 meters and women के लिए 2.24 meters. Next है how many timeouts are awarded to a team in a match. तो आंसर है 2. Duration of a timeout 30 seconds होता है. Okay. और लास्ट क्वेश्चन है measurements of the free zone area. Minimum 3 meters wide on all sides. Okay. और जो सॉफ्ट बॉल का टॉपिक है वो आउट ऑफ सिलेबस है. ओके. तो इसी के साथ ये वीडियो यहीं पे समाप्त होती है.